Hi, today I want to talk to you about short-term memory loss. That wasn't even funny. That was terrible. I'm sorry. All right, welcome to Shapefixer. I'm Andrew Tunstall. I think. I'm a nutrition coach. I'm a lifestyle coach. And a lot of you have asked me if I can talk about memory and how nutrition can help with short-term memory. And that's a great one because it's quite straightforward and it absolutely will make a huge difference. Now, your memory sits in a little part of your brain called the hippocampus, which is Greek for seahorse, believe it or not. And that's because your hippocampus is exactly the same size and shape as a seahorse. There you go. There's your trivia for the day. And the hippocampus deteriorates with age, and your short-term memory retrieval actually does suffer. So it's not a myth, it really does suffer with age. Due to a decreasing oxygen supply, it suffers as a result of stress. So cortisol damages your hippocampus. Too much sugar, glucose, damages your hippocampus, and your hippocampus will suffer if you are deficient in certain vital minerals. And it gets worse with age because the process of repairing slows down. So all those factors that are damaging it start to go faster than the process of repair. And that's when you start experiencing memory loss. So the good news is that you can absolutely fix it because you can address all of those things. The first thing you need to do is increase the oxygen supply to the hippocampus, and you get that through regular aerobic exercise. And that can be going for a walk. You can go surfing, you can go cycling, go for a walk. 20 or 30 minutes a day walk will be really useful to improving the oxygen supply to your hippocampus. Stress is more difficult because we can't just shut down the external factors in our lives that are leading us to be stressed. But they alone do not damage your hippocampus. It's your body's reaction. It's the chemical reaction to the stress in your body. And that we can manage. For example, by getting better sleep. And I've done a video on sleep, so I'm going to link it here somewhere. Have a look at that and see how you can improve your sleep to bring your stress levels down. The exercise I just mentioned is a very good way to reduce stress, and taking care of your gut microbes, your microbiome. If you have healthy microbes in your stomach, your hormone production is better and you are better able to manage your stress. And I've done videos on the microbiome too, so I'll also link them here. Everything I say here, by the way, will be in the video notes as usual, so you can go through them, read them again, remind yourself of it, and look for the lists of the things that I'm saying. Fasting is good for your hippocampus because fasting gives your body a chance to rebuild and repair rather than just constantly having to digest food. And again, we've done videos on fasting. Now, fasting, I don't mean starving yourself and suffering and being hungry. If you eat properly and you then only eat when you are hungry, you will be fasting anyway, because it really just means, for heaven's sake, stop eating when you're not hungry. Okay, that's the bottom line with fasting. And it will stimulate autophagy, which is your body's natural process of breaking down old or useless tissue and clearing things out. Vitamin D3, which you get from sunlight. You need to be exposed to sunlight. If you're not exposed to enough sunlight, you need to take a vitamin D3 supplement. Make sure it's the D3 rather than the D2 because you're a mammal and mammals absorb vitamin D3 from their food. You need vitamin B1, which is otherwise known as thiamine, which you get a lot of in pork, in eggs, and in nuts. So if you're going to have a problem eating enough pork and eggs, for example, if you're a vegan, then you need to look at a B1 supplement. But if you're a vegan, you should be taking a general B supplement anyway, because you're going to probably be short in all of B vitamins. So that's vitamin D3, vitamin B1, and zinc. Zinc is very important for rebuilding the hippocampus. Zinc we get from shellfish. We don't really eat a lot of shellfish now, so a zinc supplement is a good idea. Chelated zinc. Make sure it says chelated zinc. That just means that the zinc is in the format that you can absorb. Okay, it's not just zinc metal. You can't just eat metal. That won't work. And the last one is dump the sugar already. You want to keep the glucose levels down for lots of reasons, not just for your short-term memory, but as usual, all this seems to come back to sugar and insulin and the associated inflammation. So there are lots of reasons for dumping sugar, not just for your short-term memory. Right, okay, so there you have it. Quite simple. You can address your short-term memory issues as you age with nutrition if you follow these rules. Please subscribe to the channel. Please click a like if this applies to you, and please share it with anybody that you think needs a little bit of help with their short-term memory. Thank you for watching.